Okay, so today we see the SPY and QQQ breaking through the resistance levels we did warn you guys about yesterday here on this channel, which reinforces the idea of a bullish continuation, as crazy as that may sound to some. Now, are we not going to correct? Because look at this chart, super stretched. What should we do from now on? Well, as always, with a purely pragmatic focus, we are going to study the market and design possible strategies for you to use in practice. This is the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan. Welcome to another daily analysis. And we see the SPY ETF breaking the resistance level I told you guys yesterday, $622. By breaking this key point and by maintaining the price above the 21-hour EMA, the exponential moving average on the 1-hour chart, we see just another higher high, higher low, another bullish pivot point getting triggered above the 21-hour EMA, suggesting a continuation of this short-term uptrend, because short-term wise we see the SPY ETF doing this, okay, higher highs, higher lows, trading above the 21-hour EMA, which is right now pointing upwards again, by the way. So yes, we are just maintaining the uptrend. Now, if you ask me, this key point, the previous resistance level at 622 near the 21-hour EMA, this key point is a double support area for the SPY ETF. As long as we see the SPY above this double support level, no correction, no reversal is going to take place. Okay, we are gonna see the SPY maintaining the short and the medium term uptrend. Medium term wise, we did fail miserably in making a decent pullback over here, which is totally normal. All right, that's totally expected. However, in this case, the SPY ETF could go up a little bit more. If we see the SPY again losing this double support level and the most important support level of all, the 617, then alright, then I'll be more convinced about a gigantic bearish pivot point on the 1-hour chart, suggesting a top signal on the daily chart over here. In this case, a sharper correction could materialize. And any correction back to the 21-day EMA or the 613, the previous all-time high, possible future support level, could be totally normal. Okay, any pullback to this support level would be acceptable, desirable, possibly another buying opportunity. Nathan, what if we see the SPY losing all of these support levels? In this case, we are going to see a medium-term reversal, a reversal on the daily chart, suggesting a sharper pullback on the weekly chart. In this case, the 21 weekly moving average is going to be our next technical support level. However, remember guys, this scenario is far away from materializing because so far there is not even technical evidence suggesting a bearish reversal on the 1-hour chart. Short-term wise, okay, we are still maintaining the bullish bias. So if you ask me, there is absolutely nothing to worry. Okay, of course, I don't like buying far away from support levels. As I always tell you guys, let's buy near support levels, okay? Near our support levels, not far away support levels, near resistance levels, okay? Let's avoid doing that. Let's buy when the risk-reward ratio makes more sense, which is always near support levels. In this case, since we are far away from the 21-day EMA, from the 613, I don't like buying at these levels, okay? I prefer to see pullback. So yes, if you ask me, Nathan, what do you wish? What is your wish over here? To see the SPY going down or up? It is going down, to retest our medium-term support levels that could create more new opportunities with better risk-reward relationship, okay? So I would like to say pullback, but I do understand that this is not going to happen unless we lose our short-term support levels that I just described to you guys right here, right now. And we see the QQQ also going up today. It is going up nicely. However, and yes, we are breaking the previous resistance level. I told you guys yesterday, okay, 554. We broke it, and look at this. What a coincidence, right? Because we see after the breakout, we saw the QQQ dropping again just to retest the 554 again as a support level. That's the principle of polarity in technical analysis. Previous top level working as current support level. Okay, so that's a classic, very classic movement. Now, only if we see the QQQ losing this 554, losing the 21-hour EMA, only then we may see a sharper reversal on the 1-hour chart, okay? And I do understand that the 549 is the most dangerous inflection point for the QQQ, especially if we lose this key point without making a new top. Because right now, if you ask me, see this red line over here. This red line marks a possible double top chart pattern. Okay, so if we see the QQQ losing momentum and losing the 549, yes, I see a double top on the 1-hour chart suggesting a sharper correction back to the 21-day EMA near the 540, the previous top level from February this year. Okay, so this double support level is going to be our next, probably, all right, is going to be our next major support level if we see the QQQ, I mean, triggering this double top chart pattern on the 1-hour chart. Okay, so let's pay attention to these key points from here because it all depends on how the QQQ is going to behave from here. For now, it is behaving accordingly. It is behaving so nicely. It is going according to our plan, all right? It is respecting our key inflection points so nicely, but if we see a sudden reversal over here on the 1-hour chart, yes, I see a sharper pullback, possibly to the 540s next, okay, short and medium term wise. Okay, for now, we are still maintaining the uptrend, so far so good. Our stocks like Nvidia, Tesla, AMD, Palantir, etc., they are performing very well. Well, Tesla is not performing well, but it is stabilizing over here. We are going to talk about Tesla in a minute. For now, we see Nvidia making a new record high. It is clearly breaking the previous record, unlike the QQQ, which made a new all-time high today, but it failed in closing above the previous all-time high. Nvidia is actually closing above it. We made an intraday all-time high and a new all-time high closing the price today, okay? So yes, we see a very nice movement on Nvidia. However, there is no top signal yet. There is not a single bearish reaction suggesting a possible pullback or reversal. On the 1-hour chart, we see Nvidia making just another higher high, higher low, okay? There is not a single short, medium or long-term bearish reaction suggesting a correction, a pullback or a reversal. Okay, there is absolutely nothing. Today we see just another very strong, very powerful bullish candle, and this is it. Okay, no reason to worry. But Nathan, what if we see tomorrow a very ugly, very bad bearish reaction? In this case, if we see a bearish reaction closing below today's low, then all right, then we may see a top signal suggesting a possible pullback to the 152, the previous all-time high area, which is working as a support level, by the way, right here on July 1st and 2nd, all right? Now it is again a possible support level, and by the way, this possible support level is very close to the 21-day EMA, making this area a double support level. Okay, so that's how I see Nvidia right now, because any pullback could be just another buying opportunity. But Nathan, what if we see Nvidia losing this double support level of yours? Alright, my dear friend, in this case, yes, we may see a medium-term reversal. Alright, especially if we see lower highs, lower lows. Alright, but so far, guys, for now, this is just fiction. Okay, the future does not exist. Real trading is reactive, not predictive. That's not why we use technical analysis. Okay, we can't predict the future. We only react to what we see. And what do we see right now? A new all-time high, another bullish candle. But Nathan, we see a shadow above the candlestick's body today, right? Yes, but this shadow does not mean anything. Alone, one single candle, especially a bullish one, is never enough to make a real top signal. Okay, so again, so far so good, period. I'm not going to talk about Nvidia again in this video, of course, because I'm here every single day. Therefore, that's the perfect excuse for you to subscribe, because we are here every single day talking about SPY, QQQ, Nvidia, Tesla, AMD, Palantir, Robinhood, Microstrategy, SoFi, Super Microcomputer, many stocks on this list. All right, we are here every single day keeping you guys updated on what's the best regarding technical analysis. So subscribe and click the like button to support this humble community. I always appreciate your audience, my dear friends. Now, yes, we see Tesla stabilizing, which is totally fine because we are near a crystal clear support level. 291, the previous top level over here multiple times, support level here, support level here, support here again. Okay, so this key point is critical for Tesla medium term wise. So if we are going to see a meaningful bottom signal, now is the perfect time to do so. Now is the perfect time to see a good bullish reaction in Tesla right now, because we are above a very nice inflection point. What's the catch? Well, the catch is that we don't see any. There is no meaningful bullish reaction yet. I mean, if we see tomorrow or in the next few days Tesla making a very nice, very powerful bullish candle, breaking and closing above the $304 again, fantastic. Possibly another bottom signal and another buy signal, not investment advice. Please, I'm not telling you guys to buy Tesla. I'm just sharing my idea over here. Okay, if we see any clear bottom signal, yes, we may buy Tesla again. Okay, that could be a very nice buying opportunity. Now, Nathan, what if we see Tesla failing in reacting and losing this 291 support level you are talking about? In this case, our next technical support level will be the 271, a previous support level here, possible support level in the future if we lose the 291. Okay, so right now, if you ask me, Tesla is trading between this congestion, all right, between the 304 and the 291. On the 1 hour chart, we see Tesla trying a lot to react over here. This 21-hour EMA is clearly working as a resistance level for Tesla. So if you ask me, yes, the 304 is our major resistance level. See how today, I'm so sorry, yesterday, we did reject this key point a few times, right? Right below the 21-hour EMA as well. So what could happen to Tesla if we see it breaking this 21-hour EMA, making a higher high, higher low? That could be fantastic, right? I'm gonna tell you guys, and you are not going to disagree with me. Guys, if we see a bullish pivot point above a medium-term support level right around the 291, that could be the reversal Tesla needs so badly to finally react, to recover, and seek higher levels like the 21-day EMA or maybe even the $335 again, right? And guys, remember, I can help you to trade professionally using technique and risk control. You learn to trade without fear, without stress, and without emotions because the market will no longer be a gamble for you. You will trade with strategy. So join our team of traders in the 5% project, the Finance Hydra channel initiative where you trade with me, we trade together in practice every single day. Not only do you learn our method in theory, but you also receive our signals and trading strategies in real time and firsthand. No excuses, because here we are a skin in the game community. If you are a bit curious, know that it's free to try. You pay nothing to download our ebook on technical analysis and risk control. You pay nothing to learn our method and to benefit from our signals during the trial period. If I help you, then you can join us. We have hundreds of traders making money every single day, consistently using smart strategies. So just join our group over there. The link is in this video's description, all right? Right here below in the description, okay? So of course, guys, not investment device, please, but I do see Tesla as a very nice, promising stock right here, right now, that we are near a support level. Now, AMD is reacting nicely already, okay? It is quite annoying to see AMD going up, making such small candles, right? Leaving nice shadows above the candles' bodies over here, all right? It is annoying, but it is going up. On the 1-hour chart, we see AMD on the verge of materializing this inverted head and shoulders, okay? Maybe. If you ask me, Nathan, the neckline is around 139. We did a brief breakout of this key point, however, we failed in closing above it. Okay, so if you ask me, the 139 is still our most important resistance level, as I told you guys yesterday. All right, guys, if we see this inverted head and shoulders getting triggered, it is going to be fantastic for AMD. All right, it will just resume the bullish bias, not investment device, please, but we could see AMD even breaking the 144, which is our main nemesis over here, medium term wise. I told you guys when AMD was right here, all right, many months ago, guys, the 144 is going to be our major nemesis over here, okay? Maybe that's a, how do you guys call in English? Redundant, okay? Major nemesis, okay? Every nemesis is major, but you catch my drift, all right? We see the 144 as the major inflection point over here. It is no surprising to see AMD correcting from here, but if we break it, the 144, there is no other clear resistance level besides the 174, okay? So we could see a very nice rally on AMD by breaking the 144 since we found a resistance level below the 144, since we see a possible top signal on the weekly chart over here below this key point. I would prefer to see a better pullback, okay, a sharper correction, more stabilization, because seeing AMD doing this, all right, doing this seems to be quite euphoric to me, so I prefer to see a better pullback. Again, this doesn't mean that I'm bearish on AMD, because when I say that kind of stuff, I always see someone, Nathan, you are bearish. No, I'm not bearish. AMD is clearly bullish. And pay attention, AMD is bullish. It is not me. It is not my opinion. It's a fact. AMD is very bullish. I would prefer to see a sharper pullback so we can buy. We can buy with a better risk-reward relationship. Okay, so that's what I'm telling you guys. But I do understand that yes, we are going up. If you have AMD, I am very happy for you. But for a new position, I would prefer to see a sharper correction. Just my humble opinion. Now, Palantir is going up nicely. I told you guys, we are making a bottom signal over here, okay? And by respecting this double support level made by the 133, made by this 21-day EMA, we are just maintaining the uptrend. The trend is clearly bullish, and again, Palantir is, in my humble view, going to hit the 150s again. Okay, again, I'm so sorry, for the first time, all right? 150 is our next major target on Palantir. And so far, there is no technical evidence suggesting that Palantir is going to reject this bullish case. Okay, we are still maintaining the bullish bias, no meaningful bearish reaction yet. On the 1 hour chart, we see just another rally over here. I would love to see a clear higher high, higher low, just to reinforce the bullish bias, but still, Palantir looks phenomenal, okay? Looks just phenomenal. Is one of the coolest stocks we see right here, right now. And we see Robinhood. This one is not the kind of company I would invest because I don't like the company. Okay, I really hate Robinhood. For swing trading purposes, I like it. Okay, it is a very nice company. It behaves so technically well that yes, we can trade Robinhood, but I don't like the idea of investing in Robinhood because, well, their business model is just too evil. Okay, it is just evil in my humble opinion. They just use the lack of financial literacy on many retail traders and sell them to the smart money. Okay, so this goes against my personal convictions, all right? I don't like Robinhood because you may think you are the customer, you may think you are the client, but actually you are the product. The client is Citadel, is the smart money. You are just another product. Okay, so I do not like Robinhood. They are just using you guys. But either way, it is incredibly bullish. All right, it seems to be, very profitable to use retail traders to make money, right? It seems to be so profitable, and right now it is just maintaining the bullish bias. Okay, just maintaining the uptrend. This 21-day EMA is still pointing upwards. However, we are far away from this support level. Okay, if you ask me, a better pullback could be very nice. We could use a pullback over here, but right now, if you say to me, Nathan, is it possible that this is a pennant chart pattern? And yes, it could be. However, either way, we gotta see the breakout of the previous high. Apparently, the $100 is our major psychological resistance level, okay? And that's okay because, well, $100, okay? It is a round number, a psychological key point, so naturally, Robinhood is finding a resistance level over here. Now, a better pullback retesting this 21-day EMA could be very nice, okay? Like we saw over here on May. But right now, it's been roughly 2 months that we don't retest this 21-day EMA. So yes, I prefer to see a continuation of this pullback, okay, of this correction, because for now, we are making a sideways correction if you ask me. All right, if we see the continuation of this pattern, fantastic. If not, well, maybe Robinhood will just continue to explode. Okay, either way, we gotta break the $100 for confirmation's sake. All right, and we see Microstrategy. This one Well, this one looks phenomenal. We bought MicroStrategy. By the way, I gave you guys the signal on our Telegram channel right here, the first signal, and I gave you guys another signal right here near the 21-day EMA. That's what I always tell you guys. We apply in practice what I tell you guys every single day on our videos. Buy near 21-day EMA, buy near support levels after the confirmation of a bottom signal. Okay, right now we see the confirmation of a bottom signal. MicroStrategy looks phenomenal. If you ask me, the 426 area is our next resistance level. However, long-term wise, I do see a congestion, right? And the breakout of this congestion could easily take us back to the all-time high near the 543. Now, if you project the size of this congestion in the direction of this breakout, well, we see MicroStrategy near the 508, near the 500s, okay, which is another round number and a psychological key point as well. Either way, the upside is enormous. All right, we see plenty of upside on MicroStrategy. It is performing very well. I do like it. Now, Nathan, what could frustrate your bullish case over here if we see MicroStrategy losing the 21-day EMA, losing yesterday's low again, right? Closing below these key points, then all right. Then we'll see a possible top signal suggesting another pullback to the 358, all right? But as long as we see this one maintaining the price above yesterday's low, above the 400s, above the 21-day EMA, there won't be any technical evidence suggesting a frustration of the bullish case. Okay, so that's very simple, all right? MicroStrategy is performing very well. I'm very happy with it. And remember, if you want to trade with me, join our Telegram channel and subscribe this channel, by the way, because again, we are here every single day talking about many stocks together, studying the market together, okay? You are more than welcome to join the Finance Hydra channel. Thank you so much for your audience. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow as usual. Bye-bye.